Ogola, Oshagbaro, Kulu Pakoruju, Urayi, Kerigbata, Kerigbara, Onionwa Kori.
Ipara is in the northern part of Remo division. You can approach Ipara town from Shahapadi. It is a one-road enclave which passes through the town. This is the old federal road from Lagos Shagamu Ode Remo and from Shahapadi to Ipara. Ipara has boundary with Fidiwo, a town in Obafemi Wode local government. To the north, in the southeast, it shares boundary with Ishara and Ode Remo. Before the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road was constructed, Ipara was a port of rest for vehicles traveling long distances to Ibadan and the far north. This prominent but sleepy community has produced many giants who in their various careers have made names for their families and also placed Ipara community on the world map. From late Chief Michael Shoyebo Showole, a political ally and close supporter of Chief Obafemi Awolowo and the first Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom in the Western region, Chief Yemi Ogunbiyi, who is the Balogun of Ipara and former managing director of the Daily Times, one of the Nigeria's foremost newspapers, and very many others who are too numerous to mention. Saturday's special crew visit to this town was because of one man who has made a mark in the Nigerian film industry, a dramatist, folk singer and poet, Jimmy Sholanke, named as a master storyteller by CNN, and one of the reasons many Nigerians enjoyed their childhood in the late 20th century. Our first port of call was the palace of Ipara of Ipara. History added that there had been 26 reigning kings or baales in Ipara, numbering them from the founder, Oguola. The current Ipara of Ipara, Oba Taiwo, is the 27th on the throne of his forefathers. Oba Taiwo said Jimmy Sholanke is the face of Ipara.
Baba Agba is our father in the town. He's one to reckon with. Not even in our town alone, in Nigeria, in the world.
From the palace, the crew moved to the home of the folk singer, Ibuduasha, a center for creative and performing arts enhancement, which is in the pipeline. The crew was welcome to the comfort of his sitting room, taking his breakfast, a pap with bean cake, and was so delighted to receive us with warm embrace, just as he was full of life, even at 80 years of age.
Had promises before I came back, like this 1 acre of land has been there for over maybe 20 years. So you can imagine my father got into my car and I drove him to this part of Ipara and he puts his walking stick, nailed it on the floor. Sharon Consibewe. You understand what I'm saying? Sharon Consibewe. Sharon Consibewe in my language means do something here. But I've been doing something so many other places because of my career and where it took me. Eventually, when I got retired in Ife and I was just sitting there doing nothing, that Sharon Consibewe mantra kept, beating. Sharon Consibewe. Then I started coming here just to drive to here and then drive away. Just about nearly 4 years ago now, I just decided, let me. I just came and started this structure. I just started putting it together. And so within the last 1.5 and 2 years, I've been staying here.
He has had an unforgettable career as a master storyteller, adorning the white wall of his living room, which also doubles as his office, cum study, are paintings and sculptures. Of course, the entire place is littered with magazines, brochures of events and personalities as well as bookshelves stocked with books on creative arts.
The author. Majority of these I created, and they are just images from my nocturnal forest in my mind, because you create things that are not really, that they call it abstract. But how do I get to creating them? I was just getting ready to teach this hands-on attitude to children on some of my television programs with children. And then I started practicing them, so I will not fumble by the time I sit with them to teach it to them. So I started creating more and more and more and more. By now, I have over thousands of them. And the reason why they are still here is because I am not competing with artists. I don't want to sell them. And so I just, my mom said, use them in decorating our big living room.
When asked if he was tired, he rhetorically responded that he's just beginning another life from 80 years.
80. That's another thing I've just been reminded of in my hometown. People in my family, they grow old. So that's why I can never be tired. I want to live like them. I want to grow as old as they do and still be able to do a lot of things. Very soon we'll be having theater performances here that people from Lagos, from everywhere will be coming to watch. So how can I be tired? You don't get tired in my profession. It's not a profession where you get tired. Who are you going to retire on? Are you going to retire on yourself?
He's children's storyteller, an acclaimed actor, teacher, poet, and folklore singer. Jimmy Solanke is known to many who watched television as a child in the late 60s in Nigeria, even up to the late 90s. Solanke's career as a musician is quite eventful. He started out in the early days, composing and performing various songs with Roy Chicago and Chris Agilu.
Some birds dread water. Ducks sleep in it. The same it is with some men. Some men dread trouble. Others court trouble. Why did you do it? Why? Why did you kill Uwange Gebo? Because the moon is dim. Little scary stars cast no glittering shadows. Tonight you all die. Bing, 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 bing. That's the first line in Ovora.
Abiola Ogundeko is a prince in the land and one of the up-and-coming, an information communication technology guru who sees Jimmy Solanke's idea as something worth projecting.
Solanke, one thing about him is this: Kabiyesi, the Ipara of Ipara, has bestowed on him the Are Amuludun of Ipara Remo, meaning that it gives people pleasure. Once you are with Baba Jimmy Solanke, I think all sort of challenges will be fizzled out. To some of us that we are working within the sector with him, I think we've been praying to God to give him a long life, because we really want to tap so many things that God has allowed him to do in his life. And most of his artworks, somebody like us that we are in IT, we are IT people, and we really want to make sure that all those artistic jobs that Baba has done, really want to replicate those things. We really want to preserve, protect, and be promoting those jobs. So at the end of the day, when Baba lives very long and return back to his creator, his work will live.
What then does a man who has given so much to life deserve than celebrating him?